In recent years, one of the most debated topics in China's dating and marriage culture has been the rising bride price known as caili in Chinese. Traditionally, the bride price is a form of dowry paid by the groom's family to the bride's family as part of the marriage agreement. It was once a modest gesture to express sincerity and gratitude. But today, it has transformed into a major financial burden, and it's becoming a key reason why many Chinese women are still single. Today, I need that 88,000 yuan, or I'm not getting out of the car. No money? No wedding. Fine. Then I'm not marrying either. In rural areas, and increasingly in urban centers too, the bride price has skyrocketed. It's not uncommon to see demands of 100,000 to 300,000 yuan, along with expectations for a house, a car, and lavish wedding gifts. In some provinces like Jiangxi and Gansu, the amounts have become so extreme that local governments have tried to issue guidance to limit them. The bride price still needs to be increased by 300,000 yuan. Where am I supposed to get that kind of money now? That's my mom's request. She cares about appearances. Why don't you sell your mom's house then? Mom, you care about appearances, but that would cost my mom her life. I don't care. So, are we still getting married or not? Not getting married, huh? Fine. Then I'll never get married again. For many men, especially those from the countryside or working-class backgrounds, these bride price demands are simply unaffordable. A man might work for years and still not be able to meet a woman's minimum requirements. Families often go into debt just to marry off a son. In some tragic cases, families have sold land or borrowed large sums of money, only to later face divorce or relationship breakdowns. If she's not a virgin, then there shouldn't be any bride price. As soon as this statement came out, women across the country immediately lost it. This topic started trending all over the internet, saying that if a woman isn't a virgin, there's no need to pay a bride price. After this news spread, women began furiously pushing back in the comments. It's just like how in some places, premarital medical checkups are mandatory. Otherwise, you can't get married. Traditional marriage used to mean an elaborate wedding with a proper matchmaker and formal rites. What they wanted was a pure woman. Otherwise, what's the point? If she's no longer a virgin, then why should a bride price still be required? Do you think that's reasonable? This financial strain has created deep resentment. Many men have started to avoid dating altogether, saying that marriage is not worth the cost. Instead of chasing women who come with long lists of financial conditions, they turn to work, hobbies, or even seek foreign partners in Southeast Asia, where cultural expectations are different and bride prices are lower or non-existent. I graduated with a master's degree from Zhejiang University. In 2 days, I'll be 37 years old. I've never been married, and I've never had children. Suddenly, I just want to be a parasite. I want to be a full-time housewife. I want to get married, have kids, take care of my husband and raise children. In the past few years, I was too focused on work and making money. I was determined to be independent, to be a strong, independent woman. I stayed up late every night, ruined my health, and lost my youth. Now I'm 37. I'm barely able to have children anymore. I'm considered an older mother, and I'm no longer attractive. The worst part is, I didn't even make much money. I don't have any real assets. I have nothing. No looks, no wealth, nothing. Now if I want to find a man with good conditions, would he even want me? I don't even have reproductive value anymore. Women who've already had their first child, if they're older and want a second one, it's still doable. But at my age, trying to have a first child is really difficult. If you say I should marry a divorced man with kids and be a stepmother, honestly, that just feels like a huge loss. Today is my 37th birthday. I'm celebrating it by myself. I spent the whole morning blowing up balloons and working on this lettering. Then I realized I can't get the lettering to stick to the wall. As bride prices rise, so does the rate of singleness. Many Chinese women in their late 20s or 30s, especially in cities, find themselves unmarried despite being well-educated and successful. Why? Because they priced themselves out of the market. All high bride prices come at the cost of emotional well-being. Many brides' families before marriage demand exorbitant bride prices under the guise of attitude or local customs, often asking for far more than what the groom can afford. Many grooms' families, under pressure, end up going into heavy debt just to meet these demands and hold the wedding. But do you think the conflict ends just because the groom gives in? No, the conflict doesn't disappear, it just shifts. After marriage, the man may direct all his resentment toward you. Doesn't that worry you? His entire family went into debt because of you. What will your in-laws think of you? What kind of expectations will they place on you? This is how many mother-in-law and daughter-in-law conflicts start. And let's not forget, aren't you going to have to grit your teeth and help pay off the debt too? If you have children, can you even imagine how hard life will be? What are you really gaining by doing this? Marriage is meant for happiness, not comparison. Don't let a high bride price ruin your life. The rising bride price is not just a personal problem. It reflects a deep imbalance in social values. When love is measured in cash and assets, marriages become business transactions. This undermines emotional bonds and leads to shallow, unstable unions. Hello, future son-in-law. This is a letter from your future mother-in-law. If one day you marry my daughter, I will entrust her to you. I love my daughter dearly, and because of that love, I will also love you like my own child. The bride price is not about taking from you. It's a startup fund from the parents to help you two begin your life together. As your mother-in-law, I have no intention of coveting your family's house or wealth. I will also try to contribute whatever I can, because I truly hope your life together will be full of happiness. Once my daughter leaves me to be with you, you become her biggest support. At the same time, you also serve as a bridge between her and your parents. Please don't let my daughter feel like a stranger in your home. After all, you two are meant to walk through life hand in hand, and you'll eventually have children of your own. I hope you, as a man, can create a safe and warm world for her and your future children. I don't ask for you to become rich or powerful. I only wish you peace and happiness. In daily life, with all the little things, rice, oil, salt, there will inevitably be bumps and disagreements. I hope you can embrace my daughter with a broad heart. If she ever makes mistakes, please don't hit her. That would only damage the love between you. Instead, come to me, and I'll talk to her. And if one day you no longer love her, I ask that you tell me directly and return my daughter to me. She is the person I love most in this world. My one and only treasure. I won't allow anyone to hurt her. That is the only bottom line I have as a mother. Honestly, this is quite touching. Do you dare admit that the real reason you insist on a high bride price isn't tradition, isn't attitude, and definitely isn't because your parents had it tough? The real reason is just one thing. You're lazy and poor. And marriage might be your only chance to change your fate. Effortlessly. Once you marry a rich man, you won't have to work hard anymore and can instantly gain a large amount of wealth. What if you run out of that money? No problem. Just divorce and remarry. For someone who's lazy in action and poor in mindset, they won't easily let go of such a golden opportunity to demand a bride price. This has nothing to do with your education or family background. If it were really about tradition, then why don't you mention things like the 3 obediences and 4 virtues? The chastity arch, diligence as a wife, loyalty as a mother? You never bring those up. All you remember is the bride price. These dowries and bride prices really have no reason to exist. Aren't you the one always claiming to be an independent woman? Yet when it comes to building a new family, you either rely on your parents or you want to rely on the bride price. You shout your slogans so loudly. Who are you really slapping in the face? If you're truly capable, then be self-reliant for real. The reason you want a bride price is because you're not satisfied with your current income. You look down on your fiancé even more. You're picky and foolish. Don't always say that men don't want to give you a bride price because they're poor or lack vision. Some of them just don't want to be tricked into giving something for nothing. Honestly, if you really met a rich man and said, "To marry me, you must pay a 1 million yuan bride price," try it. See if he doesn't tell you to get lost. Dare to? I admit, yes, there are some guys who earn little, lack ability, and are lazy. They can't afford a bride price. But at least they don't shamelessly stretch their hand out, demanding money arrogantly. To all women, if you don't want to get married, go ahead and be an independent woman. I respect you for that. Be bold about it. But don't get married reluctantly, only to drain a man of everything he worked so hard for, and then criticize and nitpick him. Nowadays, many men have awakened. They no longer want to kneel and lick women's boots. They don't want to chase women anymore. With this mindset of trying to score a payday, I doubt you can scam anyone anymore.